What's up, everybody? And welcome to the 1 year anniversary show of Sports Laugh and Chill. Just waiting on my co-hosts to let themselves in. We have here the Wise Soul, and I think that was Unk. But yeah, this is a really special episode, you guys. So let's see. Is anyone still in the oh, there we go. We have Christian in the chat. So before we get into it, as you all join us, just like to say, as Jordan joins in, I just want to go ahead and start with hey Jordan.
What's happening? No, you far away. I didn't see you want to start off. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to start the show by saying, this was a bit of a journey for me personally. I never thought I would get here to having my own channel. And I obviously wouldn't even have this channel if it weren't for my co-hosts, because you can't do anything by yourself. Can't do anything without asking for help. And this all, started because of it started with having a podcast from day one when I was at IE Sports Radio. Shout out to Larry B and all my friends over there. You know who you are if you're watching. My second experience on Adam's channel, Driving to the Top Productions. Thank you, Adam. And on that channel, I met some very cool people. And from that channel, my co-hosts came on as guests. My co-hosts that are on this channel with me are, we got here, Rod, wherever you are, I hope you join us shortly. Rod Callie, he was a guest. I said, hey, I want to start my own channel. Rod, would you like to be a co-host and kind of, anchor this shit with me? And he was honored. I also asked his cousin Dan the man, who was a Rams fan. And I said, yo, your brother, your brother, well, he is like a brother to me, but your cousin adds so much spice. And obviously as a, divisional, rival, I mean, that is in and of itself, spicy. So I said, why don't you come on and co-host on, which was called Gina Rep in the Bay Productions, because we didn't have a name for the channel at the time, for the show. And then we had Jordan Watkins. And I said, Jordan was a guest primarily all the time on the show and on Gina Rep in the Bay. And or it was called Reppin' with Gina G. That's right. And then, of course, the Wise Soul, who has his own channel. And if you guys don't know all their accolades, you should. And then, of course, we got Unk, who is a good friend of Rod. And they go way back. And he's an Eagles fan. And, I want to also shout out, very important shout out, special shout out to Book and Treese, because they were original co-hosts on, excuse me, Gina Rep in the Bay Productions, which is now Gina V Productions. And when we finally came up with the name of Sports Laugh and Chill, it just was like, we're home. So thank you so much. And Rod, I hopefully you play this back and you're watching this. Thank you to all you guys who made this such a success. And we're on the road to 500 subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm so proud of where we are right now, even though we're, not one of these top, elite guru type channels. We are fucking kicking ass. we know what we're about. We are in our own right elite because we make everybody laugh. We got loyal viewers. We've got Patreon members. We've got What's Up Sis. We got Danielle. Thank you to Miss Debbie. Thank you to Danielle Thompson. And thank you to Tanya Sayao, our loyal and continuing support Patreon members and lawyer viewers who come back every week. I can't name you all, but you know who you are in the chat. For example, Christian and Fernando and oh my God, just to name a few. I can't, you know who you are. So Terradome right there, there's a name. So thank you. And I want to pass this off to whoever wants to talk. Smooth Steve. I mean, I wish I could name all you guys, but I want to pass this off and I want to just say to my co-hosts, thank you. Because without you, I wouldn't even have a channel. And that's real talk.
So now I'll go real quick. First off, and one person I want to shout out because I know she spreads this show to a lot of people. My mom just said congrats. So that's someone I want to shout out. And even with that, I want to again
shout
emphasize just how much the people in here, whether it's the co-hosts or in the channel, how much y'all have meant to me. The reason why I say that is because when Marcus. I first when Gina first, well, I don't think I asked Gina. I went to Gina because I saw this was back when it was Twitter, so I don't get in trouble for saying Twitter. She's like, hey, is there anyone out there that like covers or follows, this team, that team, yada, yada. And so it was like, she was just like, hey, DM me because, I want you on the show. I was like, oh, here's a chance for me to make some content of me talking about the Falcons. So that's how I first, got introduced to Gina and she brought me on. Well, at first she was like, yeah, if you know anyone that wants to talk about the Falcons, let me know. And I was sitting there like, no, I'm the one, like it's me, and so it's just crazy to think like that's how it started. And of course she brought me on and that's how things went. But like I said, how it's grown and how crazy it is, it's obviously been a tough time, hard time for me and my family and my loved ones in terms of, there are two people that I really, really care about that we've lost, the last 2 months. And of course, as you know, it's around holiday season, so that's been really hard. And, whether it's Gina, it's been Wise, Unc, Rod, Dan, like all of them, they've all been checking on me, asking me how my people have been doing with all this in that regard. And that, like I said, that it means a lot to me. Like this really had like I know a lot of people kind of throw the family word around, but no, this really has become a family. And I think we've all started that and become that in ways that we might not have expected this to be, right? So like I said, I think there's a reason why this is we made it this 1 year, but it's also a reason why this isn't going to be the only anniversary that we have. Is because it's grown to something bigger than a show. So everybody that's been in the chat that you pop up, I really truly do appreciate y'all. And this, of course, everyone here on the panel, and even those that have been on the panel that aren't here right now, like I appreciate y'all too. And so I'm happy that again, this is anniversary number 1, and we got so many more to go.
Yes. Thanks, Shell. Good to see you, Eric and Mariah. Thank you for coming in. Brandon, B-Dubs, what up? Also, real quick before I pass it off, I just wanted to acknowledge Rod. We were just right when he phases out. Thank you, Miss Watkins, by the way. I know.
I hear y'all.
Like, thank
love
you,
Mom.
Yes, love you too. No, I'm just playing. Rod, we were just play it back.
No, so you can say you love my mom. That's okay. You can say it.
I do. It's okay. I do. But yes, shout out to the 17,000 in the chat. What up? And keep hitting that like button, y'all. We can only grow bigger and larger and more gigantic if you keep hitting that like button and watch us on the replay too, because you like our jokes. But Yeah, Rod, we were just talking about how much we I appreciate you, and then we appreciate each other, but mostly it was me talking about how I couldn't have done this without you too, Rod. And also I regret not mentioning Marcus and Nate Dog. Without our moderators, oh my God, like they are hilarious, and couldn't do this without them. So they just spice up the chat too and keep us, regulated. So that's all I wanted to say real quick. Okay, next. Oh, and I have good Wi-Fi tonight. I'm sitting right next to the fucking Wi-Fi.
You're already a step ahead of Marcus then. Congratulations.
Danielle, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Jordan, get her off
now,
me.
Right when he said that, my Wi-Fi jumped.
You got to get her off you. Yeah,
I said, that ain't me.
Yeah. Hey, you on the rope, my guy.
Hey, I love you, Danielle. I love you, Shawty. I love you, Shawty. No.
All right, who's next?
Hey, Brandon, that wasn't me. Go ahead, Wise. I'll be last.
Go ahead. To continue what we were saying? Oh, because you know me, I was ready to get into the fuck that shit. Let's talk about. But nah. Gina, first of all, shout out to you.
We're just it's something small.
Yeah, thank you for the invite. Obviously. I remember checking Gina out when she was doing the Spaces pod. Like she was doing her pod on the Spaces. And it'd be doing like lunchtime and shit, and she'd be doing the little infomercials or whatever, doing the thing. And I'd be like, this is hilarious. So, look, Treese in the building.
Look, Treese is in the chat. Shout out Treese. One of our originals. What up, Treese? Love you.
So
go ahead.
All that was cool.
My infomercial.
The infomercials, you be doing your little commercials and shit.
You're day one, Wise. You're day one.
It was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of these shows, man. Jordan, Rod, Dennis, Dan. I think all y'all, man. It's like Jordan said, it's a family thing. A lot of these shows don't last, man, and we're here at a year. Like a lot of these shows flame out over time, and it is what it is. Different personalities or whatever, but we keep it light. We have fun. And I enjoy hanging out with y'all, man. We all have busy lives, so when we can tap in and help, listen, talk to each other about sports, it's a fun time. But Gina, for getting everybody together, I might not have ever met most of these people. I might not have ever met Jordan. I mean, he's a Stanford guy. Like, what would I be doing talking to a Stanford guy? Like, Dennis is an Eagles fan. Like, what would I do talking to an Eagles fan? So, I love all y'all, man. The chat, I love y'all. Marcus, Nate, Christian. Christian already know he getting invited to the barbecue. It's all good. My man Throwback be live on Twitter, man. He be always supporting, man. So I support all that. Everybody, I love y'all, man. Just keep doing, dealing with us. We'll be back on our 2-year anniversary. We'll have some other stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we ain't stopping. We ain't stopping.
That's
Can't
right.
stop, won't stop. Or maybe I shouldn't say that right now.
I know. I was about to say,
Yeah. I don't want to go there. All right.
So I'll go ahead and go since Rod's slightly preoccupied. But I remember Rod used to always post like, he's going to be on the show. He's going to be in the show. And for the longest time, I was like, I wonder how he got, got into that. Like, I wonder, So one day, like I would always watch the shows, and I was like, one day Rod hit me up and was like, yo, Dennis, like he trying to be on the show. And initially I was like, hell no, like I'm not about to embarrass myself. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I don't know what I'm doing at all. And again, I was gonna say no, but then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go on the show. And like these guys, they're obviously professionals from what I was seeing. It's like these guys, they know what they're talking about. Like I don't know. I don't want to go in here and make myself look dumb. But I was like, you know what? It can't hurt. So I told Rod, I said, yeah, Rod, I'll be on there. So here I am. I'm writing down things on my little notebook.
Notebook and all.
That's why Danielle called me Mr. Notebook, because I was writing down stats and thinking I'm gonna have to use stats because I want to compete with these guys and girls when I get on here, and I don't want to make myself look dumb when I get on here. And I was like, man, and then when I got on the show, like everything was just so genuine, like everything was just like it just flowed real well, and I was like, man, this is pretty cool. Like this is dope. Like I want to do this again. Like when I got off, I was literally like, I can't wait to do this again. I hope they invite me on again. And then like that next week, like
Yeah.
I got invited to come back. I was like, bet. And then like the best moment of my life, to me, I felt at the time anyway, was like when Zena hit me up, was like, Dennis, like, you want to be a coach? I was like, Mama, I made it. I made it, Mama. I'm on the show.
Wait, what was that? What was that sound
I
again? You
made
made?
it.
Mama, I made it. I made
Nah,
it.
Sound like
Yeah.
that sound like when King and Martin heard that what's her name was selling. She had to request to sell feet pics.
Yeah, I was like, I made it. I was like, man, I made it. I was like, yo, shout out to Rod.
Oh my God.
Rod was the reason why I'm on the show, and Rod was the one. I was like, this is this, and then after a while, I was like, yo, I got to be able to do one. I know I can do one for the Eagles. And then time and time again, I would hit Gina up like, Gina, how does this work? And how does this work? And what about this? How do you get that to do this? And I told her, I said, I'm sorry if I keep calling you and keep texting you, and if I get annoyed, I'm sorry, but there's only way to know, and I just gotta keep asking. And then I started my own channel. So now like every single one of my shows on my page, no matter what, I give a Sports Life and Chill a shout out. I tell all 91 of my people, that's all I got. I only got 91, but guess what? It's a stepping stone. So all 91 of my little people out there, hey, we doing it, and guess what? I divert all of them to Sports Life and Chill when I get going, and after my show, hey, I'm going to be on Sports Life and Chill after this, and come over watch these guys, and I mention everybody's name after every show. So shout out to Gina, shout out to my man Rod, and Rod already know like it's way deeper than any of this with me and Rod. Like it goes back from here with me and Rod. So that's my dude. No matter what, 11:30, Rod give me a call. I'm out there. You know what I mean? And I know he would have done the same thing. But since then, Wise hit me if we talk about shoes. I talk about Jordan. I check on Jordan. I hit Gene up every once in a while. So it's like I said, it's became one big, outside family. It's one cohesive unit. So shout out to everybody, and I appreciate everybody. Really do.
Thank you, Daniel.
So I'm bringing up the rear. Pause. Right? Is that the case?
That ain't no problem.
Anyway,
the rear.
The last person to speak, that one. So bring it. Never mind.
Yeah, pull up the rear.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody in the chat.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that delay threw me way off just now. It's like, whoa, what? Forgot. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
What
hit
delay?
that like, you know what I'm saying, and then some. Respects to everybody in here. Y'all, if y'all don't understand and know, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got down. How I got down was it was a podcast that was going on. Gina and Shell was on, and Gina called me out flat out. Was just like, "Yo, you wanna come on?" The first time I was like, "Hell no, I ain't doing this." Yeah, I know how to talk it, but I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. So then, I finally got on the next week or whatever, and I just started talking the shit that I knew. And it was just like, hold on. I got like-minded people that want to talk about sports. This is what I talk about every day. Like, so now you want to talk about this in front of people? Oh yeah, this is simple. This is a cakewalk. And then I got that bug. It was just like, oh yeah, I could do this. And then one thing led to another. I was like, if anything was going to be done with me doing this, I was going to be authentically myself. I'm not about to change. I'm not about to change my voice up. Not about to do nothing spectacular, different. To stand out, you just got to be different. I'm already different enough. So it's just like, you know what? Let me just be Rod. And that's all I know to be. So when I get my cousin, which is Dan, shout out to Dan. I just saw him Monday night. He was out here in Phoenix. We kicked it. And Dennis, me and Dennis been thick as thieves anyway. and then some. So, from actually personally knowing that's my brother for real, you know what I'm saying? Um, he already know it ain't shit that
We already know what it
I
is.
know he wouldn't do. Yeah, he wouldn't do. I wouldn't do for him. Um, Jordan became my big little brother. Um, for me to, and Dennis would know, and the reason why I say it like that is because I know how I can be confrontational wise, like with people, and to have a big little brother that is not going back down to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He has an opinion, and I just be like, I fuck with Jordan because you know what I mean. It's just something about that I love about him because even though at the end of it, y'all don't even be knowing this sometimes. We converse on the side. So Jordan hit me up and make sure be like, hey, bro, we good, and I'm like, man, we debating some stuff be personal on my heart and it just be thrown off on him. But that's little big bro for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he's genuine. He's got a dope heart. I respect that and then some. Wise. Wise was one of them cats that he don't give a damn about nothing. He don't care. It's just like it is what it is. But then I knew he had kicks. And I was like, I like his style because I got a lot of sneakers myself, so I'm just like, I like his style.
Rods of marshmallow.
If y'all knew what was going on behind over here, just be lucky I'm even on here right now.
He ain't roasting marshmallows. He roasting something else.
Yeah. So it's just like that type with Wise. It's
Thanks,
always
Steve-O.
cool. So Shell, shout out to Shell. She put me on to even knowing Gina and to get going with Gina. Gina
It's true.
just asked me, was like, yo, you wanna be part of, the show and everything like that? And I'm like, me? Like, what do I bring to the table that's so, new or different? But I appreciate her for that. Um, Gina would talk her shit, but she is softy, you know what I'm saying? And she's just genuine. Gina's just a unique woman that you just have to know that deep down she means well. And it took me a minute to get there with her. And I was just like, now I get it with her. And I definitely appreciate you, Gina, because you gave all of us an opportunity, when hell, we could talk it, but we saw you doing it. And so for you to be able to do it and know how you are behind closed doors and everything like that, I think I appreciate you that much more. So it's just like, if I'm gonna argue and cuss and do whatever, I'm gonna do it with y'all because it is a family thing. So I appreciate all y'all, man, for real. Trees,
Thanks,
you
man.
was on here. Book, y'all was on here. Y'all
Yeah.
still part of this. So I respect
Mhm.
everybody that's in here, and I love and appreciate everybody that's in here. From Christian, Steve-O, Shell, Eric, Danielle, Tanya, Miss Debbie, Miss
Mhm.
Watkins, everybody that then came here. And I know if I forgot y'all, B Dub, Throwback, the ones that done held us down for this whole year. We appreciate y'all, man. So salute to all y'all for real.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hell yeah. And there was a couple things that I just thought were funny. I just looking in the back of my mind, I remember there was about 4 or 5 times or there was like more than a dozen, maybe like 20 times where we said, yo, that was the funniest episode we ever had, like the funniest
We already
show
know which
we
one it
ever
was.
had.
We know which
We
one
don't
it was.
know, like it was
Oh,
all the
yes,
time.
we do.
No, like,
Oh,
but we had so many funny fucking episodes, And I remember like they were like, Gina, you missed a good one, or Jordan, you missed a good, you gotta go and rewatch it. And I would, and I remember I saw that one episode of Wise and Dan going at it, and I forget what it was about, but I remember watching it back the next day and I was like, dude, Dan was hilarious. serious, or the one Jordan missed where I was at the hotel room and I was having a date night, and you're like, Gina, do you have your nails done? Remember, I turned the camera thing off, and it was the bed behind me. Luckily, I'm still dating that dude. So, but yeah, it's just shit like that. We've had some funny ass episodes. So we're like, no,
remember them times when you was getting them fake ass bags?
What was?
No.
Yeah.
Right. What was?
That ain't stopped.
I don't even ask no more about them. That's why I was saying I don't even ask no more.
Man, Gina be on her channel, bro, opening up them boxes. It looked like one big sock full of gifts, full of stocking stuffers. I mean, like, man.
She got that Temu bag in. That Wix bag.
Well, I stopped on the bags and now I just do jewelry.
Oh shit!
Hey, Gina got a bag full of
green as hell.
Gina gonna have a bag full of Wayfair, bro.
Shut up! I don't shop there. Wow. They sold children in the sex slavery. That's what I heard anyway. So I don't shop there.
Well, that took a turn.
That took a turn.
They sold children.
Wayfair?
They sold
children. Hey, man.
Yes. Didn't you hear about it?
No, man.
Hey, Christian.
I don't shop there.
I wish shit worked over here. Trust me, man. Shit's fucked up over here, man.
Got a walkie-talkie.
I might as well take these out of my ears and just talk to my phone, huh? That's what I should do.
So to me,
Christian said you sounded like you were on top of a speaker earlier.
So to me, the funniest episode, bro.
Oh my god!
And it's just since I've been on, so I can only.
I hope that's better.
It is good, but when Gina, man, broke out them J's, bro. And Wise was like, okay, what we got? what we got here? Never seen that colorway before, but all right.
I was like, the disappointment was like, like.
And then like, why just went and started like, wait. I got questions. Hold on, wait a minute. The segue just kept coming, man. Just kept coming. That was by far to me the funniest episode I've ever seen or been a part of ever.
It was too original. Because it was like, wait. You really had
and they smelled like smoke.
Oh, you was too authentic on that show. You was too authentic. I was like, yo.
I'm always authentic. But they smell like smoke. I don't know what happened to those shoes. I put them outside in the backyard. I put them outside in the backyard because with the bag that I bought that matched. And then next thing I know, like they're gone. So I thought, well, you know what? Whoever stole them, good, because they smell like cigarette smoke.
Wait. No. Somebody stole your J's?
It was probably the intruder. I bet it was the intruder. She could have them.
Yeah, you had an intruder?
Yeah, we had. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold up. Wait.
Wait.
You
opened that door. I knew about it, but she opened that door. So there you go.
What?
Yeah, we had an intruder in our backyard only.
Okay. As long as everybody was safe, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. I was freaked out. We were freaked out. We called the cops. No, we had the cops show up. It was free. I was freaked out because she just shows up and she walks along the side of the house. And my mom, I was in the room and my mom's like eating breakfast or something. And she's like, hello? Like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she kept walking and she's like, yeah, like, who are you? And she goes, oh, we do this every year. And she goes, you do what every year? A survey. And she goes, well, where are you from? Oh, I'm sorry I bothered you. And she turns around and walks and she's like, hello. And so we call the cops.
Shit. God, I'd have beat her ass. You better than us. I can tell you that. If this is a black neighbor, Let me just say,
Casino.
most of us in the black community know. If you think I'm lying in here, let me know if somebody walking y'all black backyards, and let me know if they ain't getting their ass beat.
Immediately. First
You
of all,
can't
the
just,
only
you
thing
can't
I'm
just
asking,
pull up. Yeah,
Ain't no
you can't just
talking.
pull up. Yeah.
Ain't no
I'm gonna ask one
talking.
question. What the fuck you doing back here?
That's
When you
It-
come
it
in
was
with
suspicious.
a stupid answer? No, you
But
got
and the
that's it.
cop didn't believe us. They're like, oh, it probably was some, and we go, what? And he goes, yeah, I
Yeah,
live nearby, and so maybe how do you know it wasn't the cable guy? And we go, what's the fucking cable guy? We're like, what? And we're like, and he goes, well, sometimes, they'll just show up in my backyard, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm not retarded, Like, what the fuck? He thinks I'm stupid, Just idiotic. And he goes, well, maybe it was a phone line person. I'm like, no. I know how this
See-
shit works. Not
See, the
retarded.
father be knowing. He be knowing who to do certain things, like the Karens, people in your backyard. He be knowing, cause he know. He know. Dennis know. I know Dennis, and Dennis know me. It's no way you
Ain't
get
no
in
way.
my yard and think for 1 second that I'm about to talk with you.
Yeah, we just
No,
have
they
a
were
conversation.
casing
Yeah.
the
All we're
joint.
gonna do is open the door and say,
No.
get him.
They were casing the joint.
He
They were
already know.
casing the
If
joint.
you in my yard in the first place, I don't even know how you got past him. So
They were
that
casing the
person's
joint.
upstairs.
That's why.
Case this one. I got something
I'm
for you.
telling you. They saw
I
they,
got something
they
for
saw
you.
my
You gonna
brother
be
leave
rude
from the
surprise at
side
mine.
gate, and they waited for him to leave. And then she came in. She was wearing one of those like yellow like reflector vests, And it was weird too because they were doing work outside on the
I'm about to
street.
do some work
And my
too.
mom was like, "Wait a minute." She goes, and I go, "No, mom." I I go, "No, it's
I'm
not
about to
with
do some
them.
work too.
That's a whole different thing."
I'm about to do some work too.
I'm about
Hey,
to do some
Christian.
work too.
Hey, Christian,
Okay.
just quick story, Christian. I lived in El Paso. El Paso is known for gang members out there. And I had my dog at the time,
That's a
Messiah.
Walmart fest.
Messiah was like in my room, and my dog, I never let her sleep on the bed. But that one day, I was like, you know what? She's been good, hasn't made no mistakes for a long time. I'm gonna let you sleep on the bed, but at the foot. Man, it was like 10:30, and I'm about to go to sleep, and my dog jumped off the bed real quick, and tail got straight and was looking down the hallway. I was like, "You all right?" And she would not turn at me. She just kept looking down the hallway, out the door. No problem. I got that thing right next to the bed. I mean, I grabbed that shotgun. I ain't even raised up. I cocked it and said, "Shh. If you out there, you can take whatever you want. But if you come down this hallway, you coming for me." Next thing I know, I looked through the walkway, and what she saw the neighbor through the glass through the other room taking out the trash. I said, "Boy, it could have been a dead motherfucker there that day." If that whoever it was, if that person would have been in the house, luckily it was next door neighbors. No harm, no foul. But when my dog got up, my dog never did that. I ain't even raised up. I just pointed the shotty right at the door. I said, if you come through there, it's over for you. It's over for you. And right now, I got the AR next to the bed, the shotty, and the pistol. I'm not leaving the room. Come in mine if you want to. Yeah, I guarantee you'll go out in a bag. Hot soup.
So you can have everything else outside, but just don't come in this room. Yeah, don't come in. Don't come in.
Because everything you taking, I got insurance for that. You can whatever. You come in this room, I feel like you come for me.
For you to even be in my yard, good luck.
He ain't lying.
That's all I'm gonna say to that. Good luck.
I knocked on the door one day. I ran back to the car.
Tree said, "Who you after?" Or who's after you?
Wait. Dennis, hold on. I need to know why. Like you knocked on the door. The dog was ready for you, huh?
Nah, like I was just knocking on the door and like, yo, what's up, Rob? Boom. Oh shit.
Dennis was like, I'm back at the car.
I'm here. I don't play with that dog.
Yeah.
That
First
dog
line
bite?
of
I feel that. I
Not
feel
me.
First line of defense. You get past that,
You good?
okay. I mean, still got something else for you, but hey, good luck.
Hey Trace, it wasn't nobody after me, man. I just thought like, I don't know what the hell's going on around here. I'm like, I don't know. I had the bookie on me today. I had to go repo a car yesterday. So
I said I had to book you on me today. Like,
yeah, I had to go repo a car. And I had to make sure everything was gonna be right when I got there. And everything was cool. She ain't come out the house and nothing. I just walked to the car, checked the VIN real quick, hopped in, and I was out of there. Skedaddle.
interesting.
But there has been times where people try to run up on me, like, what the fuck you doing? Get in my car. Hold up, brother. Wait a minute. See this paperwork right here? I ain't stealing the car. I'm taking the car. It's our car.
I feel like there's a lot of stories here right now that we at some point gonna need to tap into, Dennis, because this sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Y'all don't know how funny Dennis truly is. This is why, because they're real life stories that he's been through. Man, I got a Chicago story to tell y'all one day, boy.
No, tell him.
My birthday.
Tell him. Tell him, right?
So we all of us. It was a group of us. We all go to Chicago because we was all photographers, and we go to Chicago to go shoot, right? So while we there shooting, matter of fact, this is the day before my birthday that year. We go and shoot or whatever. So a bunch of us at the time, we was getting high because Chicago had just opened up they stuff legalizing weed up there. So we all smoking or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we all smoking up there. So Dennis jump in the circle. So I'm like,
hold on. But before he is going, just understand, I smoked it when it was like there was joints. And like the blunts was like just kicking off, you know what I mean? So, I was like, yo, like roll up a joint. They're like, a joint? Like, yeah, roll a joint. You know what I'm saying? So, all of this loud and perp and none of that was even around. We just had repo.
Dennis was like, this is that new shit. Okay, I got you. I got you.
So take that into account. So now go ahead.
So Dennis gets the joint. Dennis get it. He smokes. So he's sitting there. And everybody chilling, mellow. But most of us, the real ones, we chilling, we cool, right? So all of a sudden, a couple of us look over. I'm tapping people. I'm like, look at Dennis. Dennis, gone. I'm talking gone. He's so high, he is gone. Man, this man ended up in in the Airbnb we was at. He ended up in the hallway, waiting for somebody to come out of the bathroom for an hour. I ain't bullshit, y'all, man. I'm not bullshit.
So Rise, just hear me out because I can see the confusion in your face, right? So here's the deal. So first of all, I'm super high. Like I'm in a whole other universe because I never ever in my life felt like this. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like I gotta take a shit. I gotta do something. I know I gotta go to the bathroom. So I walked to the bathroom and my hands are going out. I don't care what no one say. I saw like some shadow feet coming from the light of the door. I was like, damn, someone's in the bathroom. I was like, man, I gotta wait. But I was like, I gotta go. I know I gotta go, but I know I can hold it. And the whole time, bro, I was like, you know what, man, just let me wait. So I'm just like standing in the hallway, and I don't know what happened to me, but I just looked out the window, my nigga, and I was like, boom, and I couldn't move. I must have looked at them. I must have looked at the skyline for 35 minutes and didn't move, my God, I was dead. For like 35 minutes. I'm talking flatline. I'm just looking out the window. Then all of a sudden, it snaps like boom. I was like, oh, shit. I said,
mind y'all, it's a couple of us that seen him standing there, but we didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, I thought he might have been on the phone or something. He grown. Hey, you doing your thing.
Nah.
And he's
So
just
then,
standing there. But once he finally told us, I was like,
bruh. And then I was like, man, I gotta get out of
Oh
here.
my God.
Because if someone see me, they gonna know I'm high. Like they gonna know it. Like I gotta go sit down. So then I leave.
That girl is a real crowd, please.
So I leave the hallway.
hey, he was on his
Like,
Marcus Froze shit, boy, in the
bruh,
hallway.
so I leave the hallway and I was like, man, let me go sit down. So I sat down on the couch and I was like, I looked at him, I looked at every one of them niggas. I was like, I don't know how y'all niggas do this shit every day. There ain't no way. I can't do this. I need to hurry up and come out of this because I can't do this. This is too much. It's too much. I almost want to start crying because I was like, why y'all getting high again? Y'all gonna do this again? Remember, you know that comedian was like, you gonna roll another one? Why? That's how I was. I was like, why? Why are y'all doing this? I can't do this again. I don't want to do this again. And literally, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to sleep because Phil's supposed to be sleeping on the couch, and I don't want to sleep on the floor. So if I can just fall asleep on this couch, they ain't gonna be able to wake me up because I'm gonna be asleep, bruh. And lo and behold, my homeboy Phil, shout out to Phil, that nigga looked at me and said, "Yo, D." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Yo, bro, you gotta get up." I was like, "Nigga, what?" He made me get up off the couch. I was like, "God damn." So I was like, "Well, I guess I'll sleep on the floor." I slept on the floor, and that was it for me, bro. I was rude. I mean, rude.
Damn.
We ain't gonna talk about sports today, are we?
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
we just gonna laugh and
Real
chill.
talk.
Like, we just gonna laugh.
It was
real talk.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Hey,
my
let's get into
God.
it, though.
let's get into it, man.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah, my bad.
quick
My
saying,
bad, y'all.
like, like,
No, it ain't no bad. Like I'm saying, I'm laughing because it's hilarious. That's why I asked the question.
Imagine being there, though, man. Like, oh, bruh. Oh,
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it, though, but I blame Rob for that whole thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. I blame him and Ace. I'm gonna tell you why I blame him, because they knew I wasn't ready for that, and they shouldn't let me do it. That's one. As a friend, they should have never let me go there. That's one. Two, we was in the
hey, man,
cab.
that man grown, man. That
Hey,
man
look,
grown.
no, wait, hold on, Rob. We
That
was
man
in
grown.
we were in Uber, right? Or as my dad say, we was in the Uber, right? And we was in the Uber, and my man came.
Uber.
We were walking away. We was walking away. Rodney and Ace looked at each other, and they stopped. But before that man left, they went back to the car. I didn't even know why they went back to the car. And Ace said, "Yo, bro." And my man was like, "Yeah, you're trying to get high?" He was like, "Hell yeah, dog. What's up?" So he's like, "Yo, what y'all trying to get?" So Ace and Rod, like, they got whatever it is they got. I don't know what did y'all get, Rod? I don't even know what y'all they ordered something. My man was like, "Yeah, I'll be back at 10:30."
I
Right?
don't remember.
So cool. So he came back at 10:30. What that death or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And that next thing you know, we took the flight steps up to the third floor, got on the roof, and that was it. And when I tell you we was back there, no joke. I think I may have took 4 pulls through my guy. Through. It was over for me. You bro, close the curtain, cut the lights off, disconnect the light bulb, everything. I was through. But I was trying to hold it together like a G, but I just couldn't. I could not.
I would love to smoke. I love to smoke with Snoop. I love to. All right, let's get to the sport.
I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know if you want to do that because that man, like, all I know is like from the stories that I've heard and seen. Like, did you see? So like we got Warrior fans in this chat, right? In this group. So I heard the story. Yeah,
Draymond that like button, y'all.
Oh, I'll say we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But what I was gonna say is there was a story, the We Believe team, right? When so Matt Barnes and I think Steven Jackson, like, Snoop was at that final game when they beat the Mavs. And they said Snoop invited them up to his room at the hotel, yada yada. it was like one of those things where like it's like, hey, boom, this one's lighted, boom, you got it. Oh, here's another one. Well, you got like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, just be careful what you wish for.
That's
Just
fine.
Be careful what you wish for.
If I die on the hill, I die on the hill. I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
You're
Okay.
you're
I
right,
figured that.
Christian. Christian, you're absolutely right on that one. Hello.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
Trees,
right
be
next to
nice.
the Wi-Fi.
Be nice to my guy, Young. No, we hear you, Gina. I hear you.
Okay.
Hey, Trees,
Only
yes.
4
No,
pools.
sit in
yes.
front of my mic.
4. That's it.
No,
That's
you gotta
it.
speak directly into the mic, Gina. Talk right into the
Oh,
mic.
oh.
I am.
All
There.
right, what's our first topic?
Look me in my
I'm
eyes.
gonna
I
help
want to
move
talk
this
about
along. What's our-
Draymond.
All right, let's
Look me in
get
my
into
eyes,
it then.
Gina.
We're talking about Draymond. So news came out. I'm
I
gonna
got
do my
one
best
thing to
take
say.
over. All right. Well, see, I already failed my job.
Do it.
All right, never mind. Here we go. So news came out, a little before we started the show. The league is suspending Draymond indefinitely. Now, the thing for me is I said, before that came out, I thought I said and I thought it was gonna be 10 games, right? I thought 10 games was gonna be what it was, but no, it's indefinitely. So thoughts on Draymond's suspension. And Gina, you have thoughts. I want to start off with you.
Yeah, right before I found out, my brother and I were talking, and I thought it was going to be 10 games. He goes, probably 10, 15. And then I was getting ready and I heard indefinitely, and I was like, oh, he's in trouble. Personally, I can't defend the fucker at all, period. I'm fed up. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's over. I'm done with him. I cannot defend him. That was just inexcusable. He was extra for what he did. I didn't even watch the game. I know this is like wrong of me, but I chose to watch a Netflix show over the Warriors game the other night, and I'm pretty good about watching like every game if I'm available, like to watch. But I just kind of felt like I'm, like, just like, I don't know, like they're playing the Suns, they might lose, and I'm never like that. But then when I got the alert on my phone about Draymond getting, ejected, I'm like, fuck, again? And I was just like, dude, this team is bad. Like there's no coming back. And I just hate when I'm like, I was so amped up before the season, but it's just not looking good. And my brother and I were talking, like I said earlier, and he's just like, I'm on the same team as bench Clay, get rid of Draymond, that's where I'm at. And I was like, that's what all my, other Warriors friends are saying who are fans, So it's just I can't defend Draymond, period. So that's all I got to say. I can't defend him. I'm sick of it, and enough is enough. I agree.
So I want to say this real quick before I open up to everybody else. Obviously, Draymond's a grown man, so I can't say that anybody else is the full reason to blame of his actions. But I will say this. This is on the Warriors. And the reason why I say this is on the Warriors is because, like, first off, you had one of the top 10 talents to ever play this game on your team. Now, what did he say about why he wanted to leave? He didn't say it was because of what he actually did. It's because of how you handled it, right? It was like, no, y'all wanted to make it be like, oh, this is nothing. Oh, we're just going to let it, be swooped under the rug, yada, yada. And that's when he was just like, no, I don't want to be here for that. Now let's fast forward a few more years later.
That's funny. That's funny.
She said the real Debo. Yeah, that is funny. So like with the Jordan Poole situation, what was actually Draymond's punishment for punching
Jordan? Were you talking about KD?
Yes, I was talking about KD. I was talking about Kevin Durant. What was actually Draymond's punishment for pushing Jordan Poole?
Yeah.
He was actually still there for ring night and all these things happen, right? So like you continue with that precedent. Now I remember so the thing is,
it was a
all along the
lightweight
line,
suspension. Lightweight.
You continue. It wasn't even it wasn't even a lightweight suspension. It wasn't suspension. The thing what I'm saying is with Draymond is the Warriors have allowed this behavior to go on because deep down, honestly, they have said this all along. They've said it by their actions. They can't win without him. That we can say, oh, the core is only Steph and Clay or whomever. No, the Warriors by their actions are telling you who part of the core is and how important Draymond is for that team. Where it's like, yeah, we actually might want to do this, but you know that's how they've handled this the whole time. So my thing is, one, like if I want to start off on the one part from like the actual organization, it's like, no, look, this is a bed that you made. You got to lie in it. You got to lie in it. You had plenty of times where you could have said this, said that, done this, done that. You didn't do it. So here you are, right? Like that's what it is. At the same time, it's also like at Draymond, I'm looking at you too. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I remember there was one point in time, this is the same guy that said, I get texts when I want to. Oh, okay. Interesting. So you got that text when you wanted to, when you were yelling at James Wiseman, but the ref gave you a text because they thought they were yelling at you. Well, the reason why they gave you that text is because of your reputation. When they hear you yelling and you're talking about yada yada XYZ on the floor, they automatically assume and expect they're talking to you. You're talking to them, right? You know, I can go on, but at the same time too, like, so I'm looking at like it's just crazy, and I know it sounds like I'm going on all these different tangents of this, but look, I can blame the league for this too. How many times have we seen Draymond go at it at the refs and the refs don't do anything about it? He feels like he has this cushion of I can say this, I can say that, behave like this, behave like that, and it is fine. Where we all know there are so many other people and players that can say this, that, the other, they would have got teed up. I mean, you saw how easy it was for Jokic to get thrown out of the game the other day. Oh my goodness, let Draymond say that, and then, I mean, we've seen him say that and do it. Nothing. So like there's just so many factors that go into this. But again, one of the first groups and organizations that I have to blame, and I say this as honest as I can, is like, look, Golden State, at the end of the day, this is the bed that you made, and you got to lie in it. You have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Dre CTE needs some big time he needs some counseling. Let's start there. He needs some counseling. He has to have CTE because he acts. It's too erratic.
What I thought.
It's
that's
so
what I
erratic.
thought.
Like, where do you and why? Why would you do that? Come on, man.
So this is what I'm saying.
But
not to cut you off, Uncle. I want you to finish your point. I would say this. I don't think he meant to hit Nurkic where he did. Because if he meant it, put Draymond in the UFC like right now. Because that was a perfect strike. That was a perfect strike if he meant to do that. But the thing, like, even to his excuse or explanation, the thing is, like, it could be a legit explanation, but because of his track record, it's always going to come off as an excuse. And I think we can all agree on that, right? So the thing for me is, why are you being that extra? Like, I've seen so many people sell a call and not turn and do, you know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all in the chat, look, I played basketball in high school, like growing up, yada, yada. Somebody's on my hip or whatever, I just hit at their hand. I know where their hand is. It's like, get off me. And I'll keep doing it. And then after a while, if I keep doing it, that's when they'll say, hey, y'all cut it out. I'm like, okay, you see what he's doing, right? No, I'll keep hitting at it. You didn't have to turn around and do all this extra stuff. So even if you're just trying to sell a call, you did it in like such an extra fashion. You set yourself up to be in that situation. Like I said, sorry, Young, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say that too.
No, you're good. No, but you know, he just has to understand, like, you can't continuously have. I don't know what's going on. That ain't me.
Say, I had my mic muted, so it's not me. I know Wise is off camera, so maybe it's Wise. Nope, there we go.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like Draymond, like, come on, man, like he's been doing it for so long, and just like like you said, no one ever really said anything to him because why? They need me. They're not gonna do anything to me because they need me. I'm gonna do this. They're gonna slap me on the wrist and they're not gonna spin me because they need me. Well, in this situation, eventually, all that is gonna catch up to you. Now, guess what? They don't need you. They're willing to sacrifice something relative than to keep you there. So now what are you gonna do? Because now you're the villain. Now you're the villain now. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't know. Golden State, it ain't looking too good for you. 300-meter target wise, it ain't looking too good for you.
Wise.
Look. First of all, why
that was
everybody
so petty.
why everybody got all the smoke for Draymond right now? Look, he's suspended indefinitely. It's whatever. Like indefinitely, that's the problem with the word indefinitely. It could be 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. It could be 5 games. He'll be back. The problem I have as a whole is everybody keep giving excuses. This is on Draymond. Fuck blaming the Warriors. Fuck the NBA. This is Draymond. And nobody ever checked Draymond. The problem is, every time he fucked with somebody, if somebody would have went at him, maybe he wouldn't be trying to be the bully. Ain't nobody in the league. There's you can say, oh, he only attacks certain players or whatever. But you know what? They all got teammates. I don't care who. They all got teammates. Ain't nobody gonna step up for their teammate. I just watched Draymond choke out a 7'3" Frenchman. Ain't nobody
should have done it too.
That's fine. Ain't nobody do nothing to him. One, he was defending his teammate.
No one had his back.
No smoke for him. So look, this is Draymond. It is what it is with him. If he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's bigger issues than Draymond. Draymond is not costing us this season. That's the thing that's pissing me off with all the Warrior fans right now. Everybody's like, oh, he's costing us the season. No. Oh shit. Hold on. My FaceTime about to go live. Look, people call me. Look, Draymond is not costing us the season. It's other shit. Like, it's other shit happening right now. First off, Klay Thompson. Pack his ass up out of here. This is the problem I'm having as a whole. Everybody want to get mad at one little aspect of everything. We have other issues. Klay Thompson is one of them. Yeah, that's cool. Klay helped us win 4 rings. But you know what? Draymond helped us win 4 rings also. Y'all ready to pack his ass up out of here because he getting in fights and shit. Well, pack Klay up because he ain't making no fucking shots. All right? Talk about that shit. It's frustrating because Steph Curry is a fucking legend. Like, and we are wasting his last few years as an elite player. You know what? When Jordan, you weren't around then. Most of us here saw the Bulls when they did that little, back-to-back three-peats, right? They were two different versions of the team.
I saw it.
94, I was here.
I mean, you
How young do you think I am? Golly.
Look, my thing is,
Jordan was born in 2000.
That's how I feel.
I only know Jordan on the Wizards, apparently.
Yeah, you only know Wizards, Jordan. You don't know.
That's all I know.
You don't know three-peat, back-to-back three-peat. What's it called? But look, the thing is, there were 2 different iterations of that team. You had the Jordan, Pippen, Horace Grant, BJ Armstrong, and all that shit. Then you had the Jordan, Pippen. They kept the 2 primary players, but the surrounding cast changed. What the fuck is what the fuck? What the fuck is going on with my phone? Anyway, look, the point is, we didn't do what we needed to do as an organization. We should have moved off of things when we should have moved off of players and built around Steph again because Steph was elite. Klay Thompson had 2 serious injuries. And you know what? People talking about we need to extend. Fuck that. He got paid for 2 years at an elite level. He didn't even play. So I know we're talking about Draymond right now, but I got smoke for Klay.
That is true.
Which That's fair, right? And don't trust me. I'm not sitting here to say that this is fully on Draymond. I'm not.
I don't care if y'all disagree with me. Fuck that. Y'all riding on Clay's nuts. Clay ain't balled for his arm for like fucking 4 years. But the dark skinned brother, as soon as he get in the fight, y'all want this motherfucker off the team. I want Clay off the team. Steph is the guy. Steph is the only one untouchable on the Warriors. Klay Thompson can pack his ass up, and I love Clay. I love everything Clay did for us. But right now it's about Steph. I want Steph to get number 5. That's what I want. It's the name on the front, not the name on the back. I told y'all that in the chat. I don't care if y'all disagree. Fuck Clay. Look, he ain't balling right now. It is what it is. And I ain't even trying to be like that, but I'm being realistic. Like, he's not helping us win. Draymond's not helping us win. They could pack both of them motherfuckers up. It doesn't take away from what they did. Y'all gotta let that shit go, man. It's the same people that was crying about fucking Brandon Crawford playing shortstop. Y'all was, we can't trade him. We can't let him go. Fuck that. He can't hit. Man, y'all. My bad, man. Y'all get y'all, man.
Go Wise.
No.
Go off. For 1 year.
I got the fucking
We're a 1 year special.
He just ain't balling, man. I'm sorry. Clay is cooked. It is what it is.
That way to go in.
You know, the question for Wise. I did. That's what's so funny about all of this. I had a question for him. And the basis of my question is like, look, the thing about the difference between Clay and Draymond right now, right, is that
Rod's eating it up.
We know for sure. We see when Clay is on the floor
Rod's
that
like
it doesn't work
the
out. Right?
Dynasty.
There he is. Okay, Wise. So here's what I want to say for you, right? Here's what's frustrating. No. Say here's what's frustrating with all of this. And if you're a Warriors fan, I get it.
Happy 1 year, y'all. Happy 1 year.
Right, happy 1 year anniversary. That's where the balloons came from.
Hey, you know how iPhones get sometimes. You know, my bad, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Here's what's so difficult about it. We get to see Clay on the floor, which is why you can say, you know, Clay's not going to contribute to this anymore. The Warriors have won 10 games this year. Draymond's either missed, been thrown out of, suspended for, yada yada, 11 games. Think about that. There have been more games where Draymond has missed, or parts of games that he's missed, than the Warriors have actually won. And that's why, like, listen, that's what the frustrating part is in terms of, again, if you're on the Warriors side of things, it's, yeah, you feel like you can't win without him. I especially when he's shooting like 45% from 3 this year, which is something he ain't done
crazy
his whole career. You know what I'm saying? So like, no, he's actually, when he's on the floor, he makes a difference. But that's the problem. He's not on the floor. It's not like Clay, where it's, again, you see he hasn't, sadly, again, I asked this question before, like, what does he add to his game? Like, I would think and hope that in this point of the post, you know, the leg injuries, he's still 6'7". He's still a strong dude. Like, if you get a mismatch, get him on the paint. You know, like, let him post up, turn, pivot, you know, boom, there it is. But you're not doing that. It's still catch and shoot, or it's the dribble this way, and now I shoot the ball. Like, that's all it's always been for Clay, and that's all it still is. You know, and again, it's the thing of, like, we can talk about trading him all we want. Who's going to want that 40, whatever it is, $1 million contract? Who's going to take that? Besides what? You just extended Draymond too. Like, let's remember that too. So there's that part of it.
That's another thing where I'm like, we can't just, he's going to be around for a while. Like, that's the issue. They should have just cut ties with everybody. As far as the Clay thing goes, I was listening to Gil's podcast the other day. He actually made a good point, and Gil don't make a lot of good points. Clay
makes more than
no disrespect to Gil, you know, yeah.
He makes more than Rashad McCants.
That's fair. Clay never really improved his game from what he was. He was a spot up shooter. Yeah. He never really added to his bag. And now that he's not doing that, he has nothing else to fall back on, and it's costing him, which is entail costing us. So throw back, my man. You know, he want to get the 5th ring. I do too. But Clay can't be on the team if we're gonna get it. If he is, he got to be on the bench like number 7 or number 8. Like
unless he changes up his game.
Right, which he hasn't done yet. So I
Exactly.
can't believe that he's going to do it at this point. So I'm saying let him walk, let him go, because I don't know what he thinks he's about to get in free agency, because he's going to be sadly mistaken. Like, he's not Ohtani. He's not getting the bag, all right? Clay, and again, I will never forget what you did. I will never forget it. But right now, you're just not him. You're just not. He's not. I'm sorry. I'll be there for when you get the statue. I'll be there for all that. Rocking the jersey, celebrating you. But I'm a Warriors fan. I'm not a Klay Thompson fan. So that's all this is all about, man.
Wait, was he benched yesterday?
Yeah, he didn't finish out the game.
He didn't finish out the game, yeah.
He or Nor Wiggins.
Klay, he ain't coming back to game 6. Klay don't exist, Marcus. He don't exist anymore.
Rodney make it so much worse.
What I do? I ain't even do nothing.
Game 6, Klay don't exist.
Look.
Let me say it's not what you do. It's how you laugh.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Oh, you mean that?
But let me tell you. Let me tell you this.
Wait, do it again, Gina. Do it again, Gina.
I didn't want to, Fernando.
Gina, do it again.
That? His laugh?
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
Oh, man. Hey, man, that's hilarious. But check this out, though. I told you this last year that it was over. The reason why I said it was over was because just to just about all y'all's points, once y'all gave up with Wiseman, it was a wrap. It was really a wrap because y'all took away at least somebody who could rebound.
He didn't make the team.
He ain't hurting the team. Y'all need size.
He was such a baby, though.
Y'all ain't got shit now, and y'all still basing it
No,
on
we
Draymond
do. You're right.
going
We
in
need
there
size.
doing something. Draymond is not your guy no more. Them years is over. All that game is done with. It worked while it lasted. Y'all got the best out of Klay and utilized him to the fullest to where now that man can only walk on one leg now. It is what it is. Legit. It is what it is. He shot or made the most 3-pointers last year for his career, 300, and that shit means nothing this year because he's fucking trash. It is what it is. And then he's mad because y'all decided to pay Draymond first before y'all, went on and paid him. That was another mistake in his eyes. So now he felt like he wanted to go up. Oh no, I'm saying I was basing it upon all you got.
No. I was talking about the comment that was just put up in there in terms of, again, it wasn't because of the conflicts, it was how the conflicts were handled.
It's no way y'all gonna tell me that y'all rather have Kevin Durant or have Draymond Green over Kevin Durant just because, granted, on accident, I feel the way things work, like in sports, everything has to go right for a team to win. Everything went right 2 years ago when y'all won. Y'all mean to tell me if possibly y'all wouldn't have been front runners for the next 3 to 5 years if y'all would have had Durant? Y'all could get any big man. Y'all had Wiseman there. So why couldn't he have stepped in there and did something else?
Hold on. Not to cut you off, Rod. Not to cut you off.
Do you think?
But first of all, we are giving Wiseman way too much credit right now. Like, look, Wiseman might have been on the team for a lot. No, stop, Rod. Wiseman didn't help at all. Like,
I'm not saying
the Wiseman issue was he was the wrong.
He was
pick.
wet behind the ears.
No.
He was the wrong.
I disagree with
pick.
that. I disagree with that.
What did he do, Jordan? What did he do?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, let's look at the team and what it was.
He was not right for the team.
Who would you have wanted instead? Who would you have wanted instead?
You could say Melo. You could say Halliburton.
Do you think
a couple players?
Okay, like come on, Tyrese Halliburton was a mid-round pick. I get the revisionist
He was a lottery
history.
Pick. He was a lottery pick.
Do you know how big the lottery is?
We
I get the revisionist history and how good he is.
I'm pretty sure he was top 10, but carry on.
Here's the thing. No, he wasn't. But here's the thing about at least LaMelo Ball, right? The thing that makes LaMelo Ball so good is the fact that he gets to be on the ball a lot, right? If he was in this system, he's not doing that. He was never going to do that or be that. So that's the thing. And by the way, so Tyrese Halliburton was the 12th overall pick. My thing was, if you looked at the Warriors
10,
roster,
right?
close to top 10, but like I said, mid-round pick.
You
look at what the Warriors had. It was going to be Steph. Clay was going to come back. You had Andrew Wiggins. You had Draymond. What was the one thing that they were missing? It was a big. That's why they drafted a big, and that's why it made sense. Like, if you look at it right now with this team, what is
not
a
what
big
I'm debating.
problem?
That's not the issue.
No,
I'm not saying that, Jordan.
Is. But you just said, like, you talked about Melo and Halliburton. So that's what my point being of, like, at that time, it made sense.
What did Steve Kerr do? Does he play bigs?
So, I mean, if you want to talk about that, well, again, let's look at some of the Warriors teams that won. What were some of the big core pieces of the Warriors teams that won before? Andrew Bogut, who was a big. JaVale McGee, even if he came off the bench, was
in their first run.
Who was the coach? Who was the coach for them?
In their first run, yes. But when has he played the big in the last 5 years?
Oh, I don't disagree with that. And trust me, that's one of the critiques I have for him. That's a critique I have for him. But I'm saying is, with what they had already on the team and what they were missing,
everybody thought Wiseman was the right pick, no doubt.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do the revisionist history of, like, hey, we need LaMelo or Tyrese.
He didn't do anything. You guys are acting like he was doing something and contributing to the team.
I'm not acting like that.
The way you're talking, you're like, oh, Wiseman was gonna do this, or
I said he was the right. I said he was the right pick, and I'm also saying seriously, you get LaMelo in here. Let's just hypothetically go with this possibility, right? You bring LaMelo to the Warriors. You think LaMelo's this all-star that he is with Charlotte? No, he's not. Because one of the things with this offense is you don't just have a dominant point guard that has the ball in their hands all the time. You move the ball. It's free-flowing. It's motion offense. It's also part of the reason why you complain. Like, everybody complains about what Steve Kerr does. Wiseman was the right pick. It didn't work out. It sucks it didn't work out. Obviously, when he had his knee injury, that played a big part into it too. It sucks, but it is what it is. But I'm not going to play the revisionist history game and say that he wasn't the right pick at the time. He was the right one. It just didn't work out. We're saying the same shit. I'm just saying you guys are giving him way too much credit. Like, he just ended the whole thing. What credit did I give him?
Listen to what I'm saying. It was that pick that cost them the future. So say it however you want to say it. That pick changed the course of what was happening the next 4 to 5 years.
What credit did I give him?
I'm talking more to Rod on this one. You know, trading wise. Look, the pick didn't work. He didn't contribute for the next 3 to 4 years after the pick. The championship run we had, he didn't even play. He wasn't there. Now, I'll say this, Rod. You talk about the championship run. This at this point would have proved you didn't need Draymond, because in that finals, Draymond didn't do anything. Draymond didn't even really have a great playoff series, to be honest with you. He was on the bench a lot of times. But what happened? Steph carried him through. Wiggins was a bigger factor, obviously.
Agreed.
But you know what? It proved, hey, we don't necessarily have to have Draymond. But Golden State, we decided, hey, we're going to run everybody back. We paid fucking Jordan Poole. We paid Wiggs. Now all that shit's backfiring. Do we say it was because of the punch? I have no fucking clue. But it seems that caused whatever happened after that. But as we stand, we're not good. Like, that's the frustrating part, because I have an elite all-time great on my team who's still playing at a high level, and he can win. But we're not putting the right things around him to help him win, because we are living in this. We don't want to get rid of nobody because we're all big fans. We're man, fuck that. I just want to win, man. Like, this is all I'm saying. Like,
to an extent, you know who else you got to blame for that, right?
Who's that?
You got to blame Steph for that. Well, yes, but I'm saying,
no doubt.
You're
right.
You don't think Steph is saying, like, no, I want Draymond here, or I want Clay. Like, he's part of that too.
Steph has to take some accountability, because he probably wants to run it back with his guys. And if that's what Steph want to do, you know, if that's what Steph wants, I'm with whatever. I'll take we winning 40 games and hopefully in the play-in. That's just what it'll be, because Steph is going to be my guy. I'll ride with Steph to whatever. But the fact is, I wish let me word this correctly. I wish he had more of a LeBron thing in him where, you know what? I don't like the way this roster is right now. We're going to switch it up. Steph, he's too loyal. He's too loyal right now. He's loyal to
Too
Clay.
light skin.
I ain't say all that, but he's too
Shout out Jordan Poole.
Yeah. He's loyal to Clay and to Draymond.
What'd you say, Rod?
He's too light skinned.
Yeah, that's Rod's comments.
Shout out Jordan Poole. Hey, JP, you know what? Hey, we see what the path is to get you right. Someone get Jordan Poole to the Lakers. He gonna get back right again. I can see it now. Get Jordan Poole to the Lakers. He gonna get right. I can see it now. That's why Rod's agreeing, because he knows. Hey, Braun go get him right, because Braun's got confidence in Jordan Poole. I believe that. I've seen him talk about him on the shop. Braun gonna get him right. Yeah.
Jordan,
okay, we're gonna switch gears to some
right now with a wet paper
NFL.
Let's do it, Gina.
Let's get into some NFL. Let's talk some Eagles and some Niners. And
it's 11,
Jordan
man. I
wants
gotta
to talk
get up
about
out of
his
here,
Falcons
bro.
and how they
talk that Eagles talk.
That loss. Let's talk about the Eagles. What is up? What is going on? 2 losses in a row. First in your own backyard. Well, in your own front yard.
Both times.
In your own home.
They all
and then,
my bad. I'm throwing up the stank face because Giannis just dropped 58.
And then
that's why I was looking like, damn.
Yeah, and then in Dallas. So what's up?
Ain't nothing. It wasn't nothing up. The score was up. That's what was up. The scores. The score was up. That's about it. What the feelings, emotions was extremely high.
Is it players?
Because
the coaches,
like
it's coaching.
The Niners just snatched that seed from you.
Okay, Gina. So
whoa.
It's the coaches. It's the coaches.
That's the wrong answer right there.
Yeah. Okay, Gina.
That's a new one, Wise. That's a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What are we on, Family Feud?
You know, when you got players talking to each other, to include some of the media members after games, and they say stuff like, especially in interviews, and they come back and say, schemes just ain't working. It's either you're not listening to the players, or you just have an ego that you just you don't want to fight against, because it's only obvious that the players are telling you that some of the stuff that you're running, man, takes too long to develop, which is why Jalen's holding on to the ball too long. You need to be a little bit more creative in your play calling and your play design. That's what it is. But then again, it don't help when you got 3 of your best players on the team fumbling the ball, when you're not handing it off to one of the most important players on the team at the time. I don't understand how Swift is getting statistically he was what, 3.5 yards per carry, but realistically it was more like 4, almost 5. But I just don't understand how this man can run 4 and 5 yard chunks per play, and then you do it once, and then you throw the ball. You run the ball once, throw the ball. Like, continue to do that, but you're not. So I don't know if he's just not comfortable in the play calling situation. Nick Sirianni, he can say what he wants. He is not comfortable with it, but he's not going to put that out there for the media to relish off that. He's not going to do that. So when they say, Nick Sirianni, are you considering taking over play calling? No. And he's not going to say anything else other than no, because guess what? All right. But he's not going to say anything other than that, only because he's not going to put his coach in a position to have to defend himself to the media and to the players. Go ahead.
Okay, quick question. I heard everything you said there. As my guy Rod would ask, similar to the situation we had earlier in the year, were you guys talking this talk 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago? Was it the same energy for the offensive
I was.
coordinator? Okay, I'm just
I
asking about
was.
the fan base.
I was.
Was it the same energy? Okay.
Oh, the fan base probably not. Probably the fan base probably not, but I definitely was.
Okay.
I said what I want to say week 4 or 5. I said I am not happy with this offensive play call. I'm not.
Maybe they should put him in the booth.
Dennis did say that. I give him that.
But then again, I did say, but it's a hard sell when the man is winning game when we're winning.
Yep. You did say that.
That's hard. It's hard to say get rid of him when you're winning because they're gonna say, well, the play calling, but it's not the play calling. We were only winning games because of our defense. Now the defense ain't hitting on shit, so we ain't winning now because we can't it's throughout the entire season we really haven't been able to score like that. Let's just keep it above. And our defense have kept us in games. But now that our defense ain't kicking in, like I don't know what's going on.
Say the thing with that, like at least as of late, is I can't even say your defense was holding you into games. Marquez Valdez-Scantling not be able to catch a pass kept you into that game. Gabe Davis and Josh Allen not being on the same page kept you in that game. Now, obviously, look, I was one of the people that said that I said the Niners were going to beat the Eagles, right? Because I said that game meant a whole lot more to the Niners than it did for Philly, just in terms of, where everything was. And it's just so crazy to think about it because, like, look, as bad as the Eagles have looked the last 2 weeks, I would still make the argument they should still have the number 1 seed. The reason why I say that is because what's the other team that they lost to? It's the New York Jets. You lost to the New York Jets and Zach Wilson. That's the third loss that they had. So, yeah, you can look as bad as you want. You still, if you don't lose that game, you still have, all the rights to having that number 1 seed, having the bye week, and all these things if you win out. Now, here's the thing for me, though, where I get concerned or I have my questions about the Eagles. First and foremost, and Unc, I asked you this during the game, right? Like, do they not like or trust DeAndre Swift? Like, why do they not run him more? I've seen him make big plays and big things happen when they run with him. That's one of them. The other one also is you talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, like for me, like, yeah, there's a scheme part of it, but also on Jalen's side, it really looks and feels like, and I saw Dan Orlovsky did a great breakdown of this the other day. He's forcing a whole lot more than what he did last year. Like, they do have some open things there. There's some stuff open in this offense, but it feels more of like, nope, AJ Brown's going deep. I gotta throw it there. And of course, he's usually contested, covered, yada yada. Like it's things like that. And so with that, I guess my third one is Shane Steichen a better coach than we all gave him credit for? Like we saw what they were doing with Anthony Richardson before he got hurt. You see what they're doing now with Gardner Minshew as a quarterback. Like those are the 3 things. Because oh my goodness, obviously, like look, everyone knows the linebacker room right now in Philadelphia is terrible. Like that, like I think we all know that we don't have to beat around the bush for that. But I mean, especially offensively, like as y'all know, I'm a big proponent of complementary football. Why I think the 49ers are so good right now is like the offense helps out the defense helps out the offense, and also special teams doesn't get in the way. Those are the teams that I always look at that are really good. But right now, it's not complimentary in Philly. Like, yeah, the special teams is really good. We saw Jake Elliott hit a 59-yarder in the rain and the wind, yada yada, to get that game against Buffalo in overtime and overtime in the first place. But offense and the defense, they both aren't helping each other out. So there's just a lot of questions. And going into the year, I didn't expect the Eagles to have as many questions as they have right now. I really didn't.
Me neither. But I feel like to your answer with the whole DeAndre Swift thing, it's not. I don't think that they have an issue with him running the ball. It's just that at times we get behind, and as soon as we get behind, the first thing they want to do is get big yardage plays to hurry up and score, so that they don't get too far ahead of us. So what they'll do, they'll run Swift once or twice, then pass, run them once, twice, just to keep them in rotation. Pass, run, pass, run, pass. So it's like you can't. They don't have our OC Brian Johnson. He doesn't have a balance. He doesn't know where to balance, and he doesn't know when to run Swift and continuously run him when he's doing well. Instead, you want to throw the ball, and even with his pass plays, I don't know why. It's like, just like you said earlier, I don't know why Jalen Hurts feels like every single pass needs to be a knockout punch.
It's got to be a home run. Yeah, exactly.
Right, it has to be a home run. It does not, bruh. Hit a singles score runs. It's simple. Single score runs. Every single swing does not have to be out the park. It will be nice, but it doesn't have to be. Wear them down. Give your defense a chance to rest. Your defense has been on the field 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And then you go out there 3 now, they back out there for 15 more minutes. You can't do that. You can't win like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's frustrating to see, but I just don't see how our OC don't see it. And then with Sean Desai, like you're bringing in the wrong packages at the wrong times, and you're backing out at the wrong times. I don't know if he's not watching tape to see what his opponents are supposed to be doing, but you're blitzing. You're blitzing on. You're doing cover 0 on 3rd down, and we're the worst at it. We're the worst on 3rd down. Like, that's gonna be an easy 1st down. There ain't no way around it. Like, they're gonna get it. And
y'all ain't like the DC last year.
Yeah. Oh man, look. All I know is, do I have hope? Do I have faith that we can get together? Yes. I have, but I have faith that we can get together. I think our last, and I hate to say it, but our last questionable game is going to be against Seahawks, and after that, if we make it past Seahawks, we'll be good. But if we don't, we're fucked. But I do want to say this though, Wise brother, you let me down. And when I say you let me down, I'm gonna tell you why you let me down. I don't know if you watched my show last week, but you said this to the couple shows ago on Sports Live and Chill. You said, I hate the Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys. I hate everything about them. Yada, 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 this and that. And then you come in the same breath, you say, I'm not going to lie.
First of all, hold your tongue right now. Because if you say anything that I was rooting for Dallas at any point, you're going to have to pull receipts, because I never said no shit like that. I've told you from jump. I don't give a fuck if it means for us or not. Go ahead. When did I say I rooted for Dallas?
Go ahead, Rod.
Fuck out of here.
Go ahead, Rod. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to screenshot.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I know I did. I know I said I was rooting for him. Yeah, I sure did.
Why might have said that shit?
Yeah, I said that. I do remember one of the shows that Wise did say, fuck that, I can't do it. I do remember that.
Yeah.
But I definitely was that guy.
I remember that.
Yeah, I definitely was that guy. I sure was.
Well, then let's do this then.
We in first place for it right now. And
that's great. But I wasn't rooting for the motherfuckers. I could
let's do this then. Let's do this. No.
Appreciate you, Dallas.
Hey, Rod, I want to put you on the spot real quick. I want you on the spot real quick. I want you to say that. I just want you to say this one phrase. Say this one phrase. How about them Cowboys?
Nah, they're not gonna happen.
He's not gonna do that. Not gonna do that.
Nah. Not about that. That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
I love you, dog. I just
Nah.
But with that being said, honestly, man, like real rap, like I do gotta go because it's 11:06 over in the East Coast, bro. I gotta go.
All right, dog. We appreciate you.
I'm on the West, so you know I'm good. You know, this time, you know what I'm saying?
We'll do.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll holler at y'all.
All right. Well, we got the Eagles out of here. Gina, what's up next? I know we're
literally
it's the anniversary show, so what were we talking about next?
The Niners clinched. with the loss, with the Giants winning and the Eagles losing, I'm just so happy. But yeah, I mean, I just, it's getting a little cold in this room for me. A little chilly.
Nice trade gang.
Oh, Eric.
Hey,
Eric
hey.
wants to come through and congratulate us. Oh, Eric, you're so nice.
Everybody gonna want to come on here and do it.
I know.
Congratulate us in the comments. We appreciate it though.
Yeah,
Hey,
we
but
appreciate
check this
you.
out. Who y'all got in the as far as MVPs? Who are your top 3 MVPs? Candidates,
Mine are still the candidates. I've had Tyreek on my list. I have oh god, I hate saying Dak, but I mean just because he has the numbers. I got Brock and I've got a honorable mention, Lamar. I know. But he has
Like, so if I answer
if I
this
could take
question,
Dak out right now, I put Lamar in.
if I were to answer this question, like, am I answering as who do I think the top 3 are, or is it like just my top 3?
Your top 3.
My top 3. Because again, like I said, and I say this, and I know 49er fans, you're gonna hate me. I told you, I think Brock Purdy is maybe 4th, 5th most valuable player on his own team. And I'm not saying that he's not good. He's good. He is good. But I'm looking at other results of what's going on versus when other people have been out and just how good that team is. So my top 3, it would be Tyreek Hill. Because again, like, if you watch that Monday night game, you saw what that offense looked like when Tyreek couldn't play. So the fact that they look that way is that's got to mean something. I would say Tyreek. I would say Dak and Christian McCaffrey. That's my top 3.
Damn, Giannis dropped 64.
64?
Yeah.
I saw that.
Good.
It's a new
Damn.
Bucks record. Yeah. 64. That's
Four.
crazy.
On Indiana.
Bucks franchise record.
Shout out to Indiana for the first IXT fake championship we got out there.
The
Shout out to
IXT.
y'all, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, Indiana. We just appreciate the
They must be
$500K that you
depressed
gave
right now.
to the other players, man. We appreciate
Oh, no,
y'all.
hey, come on, bro. First off, that was 20 of 28 shooting, and he went 24 of 34. Come on, bro. That's superhuman type stuff. Come on, man. That dude is something else.
Top 3, Wise.
I mean, it's like he said. Are we talking about who's going to be the top 3 or who I think is the top 3? Like, if it's who's going to be the top 3, it's going to be Brock, Dak, and it ain't even the top 3. It's going to be one of them.
Yeah,
one of them are going to win the MVP. The most valuable player, in my opinion, is Trent Williams. He's the most valuable player in the league. That's my opinion. Obviously, he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get the love, but it's gonna come down to Brock and Dak. One of them will win it. Whoever. I could care less about the MVP personally for my team. Don't win the Super Bowl MVP. That's all I care about. But I think Trent Williams is the most valuable player in the league right now. And again, 49er fans, enjoy it now, because when that man is gone, we're going to feel it.
You've already seen what it's like when he's gone. That's my whole point of why I said before of why, like, I put Brock Purdy like 3rd or 4th on the MVP of the 49ers. And again, I'm not saying what Cam Newton said of him being a system.
I was like,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But it's look, I've seen what Brock Purdy looked like when Trent Williams was gone. I've seen what Brock Purdy looked like when Deebo Samuel was gone. And also, like, I got to give respect to the defense and how important and good Fred Warner is. So that's why I'm saying, like, I have, like, at least on the team alone, That's where I put Brock Purdy, fourth or fifth. That's not me saying that he isn't good. I really hope people understand that. I think Brock Purdy is a damn good quarterback. I really do.
I definitely
so that's why I'm
understand
saying,
that.
like, in terms
Sure.
of he can still be good, but when I've seen some of those other pieces missing, or like there's another piece in there, what I think if he's gone, that matters more to the 49ers than if Brock Purdy's gone. Because again, look, we can say everything we want about Jimmy G. And y'all know I don't think Jimmy G is good at all. I've seen this offense be just fine when Jimmy G was at quarterback at times. I've seen it. We've all seen it. And I'm not saying that they won a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. I think this defense, that offense would still be able to do certain things though with Sam Darnold. I really do. My thing though being is because look, when the 49ers had a big run, even the game that they just had, where'd that 72-yard run go? To the left. Why'd you run to the left? Trent Williams and Aaron Banks are over there. Like that's the reason why you went that way. But that run game starts to go away a little bit when 71 ain't over there at left tackle, right? And everyone's talked about how how big of a spark plug and how he's the energy guy that 19 is, right? Like when Debo's out there, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's that. Like he brings us this sense of energy and yada yada yada. Well, you didn't see that for a while once he got knocked out the Cleveland game, right? Like that wasn't there. So again, no due disrespect. And again, like I said, we all know how great Fred Warner is. I ain't got to go into that. Fred Warner's top 3 defensive player in the game right now. He might be number 1. Like I really do think he's that good. But so my thing being is, and all that being said, like, yeah, sorry, I'm saying all that, and I'm putting your quarterback number 4 in terms of most important players, but it makes sense.
Here's the thing with the Brock Purdy thing, right?
I get all that, but at the same time, they're not voting like that. They're not taking all that into
that's why I asked the
consideration.
question. That's why I asked the question of like, are we saying is it who I think the MVP race is going to be, or how do I think they're going to vote it, right? Because like I said, that's why I asked that question from the get go, and I know Wise asked that same question too, because yeah, do I think they're going to vote the way that I'm thinking? No. First off, these are reporters. They ain't played a game the way I played it, or they don't even think the way that we all think. So like, yeah, I don't expect them to think this way. But if you're asking me how I think it and how I've just seen the game and how all these teams have played out,
yeah,
that's why I say it the way that my top 3 is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with y'all. I had Trent as well, so that's why I was just like, my opinion.
And I love it.
Absolutely, Trent. I've seen what this offense looks like without Trent. Not to discredit Brock. Brock played all right still without him being here. Let's not discredit it. Did he throw more interceptions? Absolutely. But his play, it wasn't so like astronomically horrible. He got us in one game we should have won with a kick, with a field goal. Granted, Moody missed it. The other 2 losses, he still performed pretty good, even against the Bengals. He had over 300 yards. It wasn't like it was his fault in that game. Like, so it wasn't a hard tell-off with him, but I do respect what Trent brings because of what could, all the possibilities that come. Now, the second person right now, that's making his way out of this situation, in my opinion, and it's like he flies under the radar this entire year, but he's doing his thing, George Kittle. I think that for us to continue on doing what we do and sometimes give the right side another option if we were to do something, George Kittle is always on the opposite side of that. If you just pay attention and look at the scheme of how things are run. If it doesn't go the way that we always are accustomed to knowing the runs go, then he's getting buck wild out there in the pass game now. He's actually getting opportunities because now he has a quarterback that actually looks for him. So now with Kittle going back into that 2017-16 mode or whatever the case may be, now we getting that type of Kittle. And if you get that, I feel like that opens up this offense. Like I've said all year, that opens up this offense even that much more because Christian is just doing exactly what Christian's been doing since he's been there, being consistent, getting us the yards, doing exactly what he needs to do. Elijah Mitchell, he about right now on my list, he about as so what to me is Jason Verrett coming back to the team and everybody being so fucking hyped about him. I'm just being honest now. Like, don't mean shit to me right now. So it is what it is. I'll say my third candidate on the MVP, Fred Warner. That's a given. I had him as my defensive player of the year. I've watched him all season do stuff right now that is just for you to lead this defense again under another coordinator to be the first, and his numbers have improved with a new coordinator. I'm sorry, Fred went to another level because he understands the importance of what he has around him. Dre Greenlaw would be my honorable, like Gina said, my honorable mention, because I don't think people pay attention to what Dre Greenlaw brings as far as the toughness on the defensive side. That toughness, that's Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw trying to hurt somebody. He got bad intentions for real. So
where do you have Brandon Ayuk on that list?
Fourth.
Yeah.
Because we still aren't utilizing him.
I love Jair Brown. He's so good.
Aren't utilizing him to the fullest yet. Do I think that there are more pages or new, whatever new playbook that they get each week? Absolutely. I think that there is a page just for Ayuk. Like if he gets busy, hypothetically, which I hope it does happen in the Super Bowl, or NFC Championship for us to get to the Super Bowl, I hope that page is open for Brandon Ayuk, so he can get busy. Because I've seen him in this scheme, and it is constantly he's wide open. Now the wild card of it all right now that's making this thing look even that much more dope, and he went backwards in that position that I thought about is Debo. Debo's in that all pro mindset these past couple of games. You get this Debo and that Debo in this offense, the way that he's been playing.
Good luck. But you get my point. Like you see all the different players that we're naming right now about the 49ers, and this is the reason why they're so successful. And you see why it's so much easier. Like not even just for me, and I'm giving certain reasons as to why I'm saying this and that. Like again, like I said, what Cam Newton said of him just being a game manager, that's wrong. I don't think Brock Purdy's just a game manager. Now I get where Cam Newton's coming from because the dude made the Super Bowl with throwing the ball to Greg Olsen and Ted Ginn as his top two receivers. So I get it, but I don't agree with it. Like no, Brock Purdy's doing certain things with that offense that help makes it, be a difference and make it go. But that being said, there's so many other pieces on this offense that makes it so good, and just this team in general that makes it so special. Like I'm obviously a victim of your quarterback isn't that good because you have Kyle Shanahan. I'm a victim of that in terms of, Matt Ryan and what people think about Matt Ryan. So it's not like I'm speaking of this from out of nowhere. Right. Now, also for me, I had the opportunity to see Matt Ryan before Kyle Shanahan got there. Matt Ryan was pretty damn good before Kyle Shanahan got there, in case people forgot. But what made Matt stand out was, okay, yes, we knew he had Julio Jones. Were you putting Austin Hooper on an all-pro team? And I love Austin. Like that was my dude. That was one of my teammates. You weren't putting him as at an all-pro level kind of guy. Mohamed Sanu was good. You weren't putting him at an all-pro level kind of guy. Or Taylor Gabriel, who was, he was just a go deep, make things happen kind of. You weren't putting him in that level. What I'm saying is certain the weapons and some of the things, like even on the offensive line, Jake Matthews was and still a good left tackle. He ain't nowhere near as good as Trent Williams, right? Devontae Freeman was good. Tevin Coleman was good. You could put the best characteristics of both those running backs put them together. Christian McCaffrey's still better than than that running back combined. That's what I'm saying in terms of, again, that's why it's so hard for me to put Brock Purdy as the MVP frontrunner. I'm not saying that to say that he hasn't been good enough to be MVP worthy. I'm not trying to do that. It's just, again, like,
it sound like you're not.
No, like, here's the thing. No. Here's the thing.
Like,
isn't this what you would want as a team? Like, seriously, if you're a 49ers fan, isn't this what you'd want? Where it's hard to put someone in the MVP category because your team's so damn good. Isn't this what you would want?
This is the thing, though. Like, I hear what you guys say. I hear what the people on TVs. I can't let that be the excuse, man. Like, because he has talented players around him, because Kyle's calling his plays is the reason he's performing the way he's performing.
I just said
I'm not saying you're saying I get it, but it's not just you saying that. You're saying it's a backhanded compliment. That's what it is. It's hey, you're really good, Brock, but Christian and Debo and they're better, and that's cool. And I'm not debating that, but it still comes across as Brock isn't getting the credit he deserves for playing at the level he's playing. It's fine. Because he wasn't the first round pick. He wasn't. He don't have the measurables. He don't have a cannon arm. People are that's what they're doing. They say it all the time. I'm not saying you're saying it. I'm saying it's being said.
So I just want to ask you this, Wise, and I'll let you keep going. Why do you think people were so ready and so confident that Trey Lance was going to work out? It wasn't just because he was a good quarterback. It was also because of what was around him.
That was what was around him, and he had the measurables. He's going to be able to distribute
I'll give
the
you
ball.
that. I'll give you that. Yes,
and that's all I'm coming back to is that's what people won't let Brock. They won't get away with it. Oh, he don't have the Josh Allen arm. He don't throw like whoever. I saw what's the boy in Tennessee? Levis?
Yeah, Will Levis.
He got a cannon. He got the measurables, but you know what? I'm taking Brock Purdy. I'll tell you that right now. It's something about the whole way he distributes the ball to these players. He's throwing it to them in damn near perfect position. Ayuk's catching the ball on the run. He's not having to catch it and get hit all the time like he was with Jimmy G. He's putting Debo in situations where he could take it to the crib. Brock Purdy deserves a lot of the stuff that he gets as far as his credit or whatever. But I still, honestly, he's playing the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Say what you want. I know he's not Pat Mahomes. I know he's not Joe Burrow. Outside the Cleveland game, I don't remember him having like really a bad game. And even the Cleveland game,
Cincinnati was a bad game for him in terms of the turnover-worthy plays he had. That was a bad game.
He had a couple picks, and I want to say one was a deflection, but I knew that he had that one bad pick that didn't make any sense. Right. Outside of the Cleveland game, he hasn't really, like Rod. I think Rod said earlier, he didn't really play terrible. And even in the Cleveland game where he played bad, he put them in position to win the game. We just didn't make the kick. And when do
we blame Kyle?
What?
So okay, here, like, let me just. Oh my goodness. Okay, like I said, we're doing this thing where all of a sudden, like, see,
you don't have the best lineman.
I'm doing this thing, like we're doing this thing where, again, I'm not saying, like, there have been so many throws, and like we've talked about on the show, I put it in the group chat where it's like, damn, Brock, like, you made that throw. Again, the one he made to Ayuk for the last touchdown in the Seattle game, incredible. The one that he had with anticipation when Christian McCaffrey made the double move on the sideline, incredible, where he put that ball. Like, there are certain throws that Brock makes that are incredible. And I keep saying this. I'm not trying to take away from that. But what I'm also not going to do is take away that he's got a damn good system to be in. Like, that's all I'm saying. But apparently it is. Apparently it is.
I'm not saying it's just you, Jordan. I'm saying
you said I'm not saying it's just you, which means that it is me.
You just said he was the fourth rated player or MVP in your eyes, right?
And I said fourth MVP on your team, and I told you why I thought it was, and I told you why.
And like I said earlier, I was like, it's low key just a backhanded compliment. That's just what it is, because we don't look at Brock as that guy. And so all I'm saying is it's great that he has a lot of talent around him, and that's cool.
Would you say that I put it as a backhanded compliment to Trent Williams if I put Brock Purdy above him?
No,
Would you say that's a backhanded compliment to Fred Warner if I put Brock Purdy above him? But like, no, like if we're saying this, like
the two best players in the league at this point.
You're making my point.
I get what. Listen.
You are
Jordan,
literally making my point,
Jordan. This is not more about you than it is about the narrative as a whole on Brock Purdy. And all I'm saying is Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy was, if he was Pat Mahomes or Josh Allen doing what he's doing right now for the 49ers, the MVP would be in the bag already. We wouldn't even be having these conversations. Well, should he be the MVP? Is he good enough to be the MVP? He has all this stuff around him. Joe Montana had a lot of weapons around him. Joe Montana got an MVP. Didn't nobody say nothing about him having Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Brent Jones, Roger Craig and crew. It wasn't that big of a deal then.
Joe Montana made a narrative for himself, and what was it?
What do you want Brock Purdy to do?
I'm not see like this is what I'm saying.
What does he have to do?
Nothing. Like Brock Purdy. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Brock Purdy. This is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying for Niners fans to just get over it in terms of certain narratives about Brock Purdy. He is good. Like if you were to ask me, apparently you don't know that other people know that, because like here's what I'm saying right now.
I watch it. They don't.
Here's which is fine. Okay, here's what I'm saying. If you were to ask me, like, who are your top 5 quarterbacks right now in the league, I'd be an idiot to say Brock Purdy's not in that top 5. And he's and I'm not saying he's number 5. He's above that. Okay. I want that to be clear. My point being is, again, if we're talking about, we're asking the question of MVP, most valuable player in the league. I'm just telling you from what I've seen and what I've watched, I don't think Brock Purdy is the most valuable player on his team. So how can I put him in the top 3 MVPs of the league? And so the thing for that with me, like, no, this is where this is coming from. And I'm giving the reasons and explanations as to why I'm saying that. Never did I say, oh, he's a game manager, this, that. No, I gave reasons in terms of the energy that Debo brings. I think that's even more important to an extent than what the actual passing ability that Brock Purdy gives. Trent Williams being there. Again, have we seen the discrepancy sometimes with 49ers when they try to run the ball to the left side of the line with Trent Williams and they try to run the ball to the right and they get nothing? Have we seen that difference? And again, Brock Purdy's still that quarterback. That's what I'm just saying with all of this. I'm not trying to say this of Brock Purdy.
Jordan, I get it. You're talking football. I get it.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm talking football.
I get it. Again, it's not. It's the disrespect to Brock Purdy as a whole. You're talking football. We just acknowledge Trent Williams is the guy. Like, yes. Fred Warner is the guy. I get it. But my thing is, I just feel like Brock doesn't get the credit he deserves because we keep saying he has this, he has that. And to me, he is a part of this and he's a part of that. That's all I'm saying. I think he does.
Fair.
He's a bigger piece than we're giving him credit for. And I don't mean us here. I mean the TV shows, all the dumbass shows national on TV.
Media.
So
right. The national media. That's where I'm
in that regard. So I'm gonna switch hats real quick, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going from switching. I'm wearing my football hat. Now I'm going to the let's analyze national media type thing hat. Get over it. And again, I'm saying this from the standpoint of, again, I had a quarterback who is no matter where you want to put it, worst case scenario is a borderline Hall of Famer that never got the credit that he deserved. Part of the reason why is because he won an MVP. When he won an MVP is because when Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator calling plays. So I get how this works and how it looks. Like, he's not going to get, like, that's what I'm saying. He is, like, if you're looking for Stephen A. Smith or Shannon Sharp or Nick Wrong or all these people to give him credit, they're not going to get it. They're not going to give it to him. Like, I'm just saying, that's like, fine. You can say it's wrong and it's not right and all these things. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, get used to it and get over it, because as y'all have said this whole year, all that matters. And you know what's really going to shut up some of the Brock Purdy discredit? You win that Lombardi. That's what's going to change some things around it. That's what's going to matter. So, like, honestly, like, he's in a good spot, because here's what's going to happen. And I'm going to be one of the front runners on the bus. I know some of y'all will be too. If the Niners do not win a Super Bowl, who are you going to blame more? Brock Purdy or Kyle Shanahan?
Kyle.
Who has more of a bad track record in terms of big games? Brock Purdy or Kyle Shanahan?
Kyle.
So it's gonna fall on him, right? So my thing is, at the end of the day, look, I'm just telling y'all, stop trying to moan and complain about not getting this recognition for Brock Purdy for national media, because it's not going to happen. I understand why you want it to happen, and I respect it. I really do. Because here's the thing. If you actually listen to certain quarterbacks talk, quarterbacks give Brock Purdy the respect that he's due and earn, right? Like you listen to JT O'Sullivan, Dan Orlovsky, yada, yada, yada. They give Brock Purdy the respect that he's due. But if you want to listen to the talking heads, it's not going to happen. I've been here before. I've been here before with your head coach. I've been here. It's not going to happen. So just deal with it.
Jordan,
I'm just telling you, it's not going to happen.
I think you're thinking way harder on it than as far as we're not complaining that he's like, oh, he's not getting it. All I'm saying is it's a weak excuse. It's a weak argument. I can really give two fucks what Nick Wright thinks or whatever. Like, I really don't care.
Then why are we talking about it? You're the one that said national.
We're having a conversation.
But I'm saying you said national talking heads and things like that.
What
so that's who it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's not going to happen. They didn't feel.
Whatever. We're having a conversation about it. I'm telling you, if they don't feel that way about him, cool. That's great. The question is he an MVP candidate? Yes. It's a debate if he should even be a candidate, and it's silly, and it shouldn't be a debate.
I agree.
It's things of that nature. It's not like he has to win the. I literally just said I don't give a fuck if he wins the MVP. If he wins it, great. Win the fucking Super Bowl MVP. That's the MVP I care about.
Of course,
he wins that. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's conversation. It's silly to me because again, you talked football. Jordan, you're a football player. You talked football. You made sense. I'm saying, wow, we're really looking at Brock like he's just not just doing things. Like he's a reason a lot of this is successful this season.
Sure, absolutely.
It's not just everything around him. He's a part of everything around him. And that's all I'm saying.
And I just hope people understand I'm not disagreeing with you on that. Like I'm really not. Well, Christian, like we've been like everyone's taking their turns of sitting in the back.
Jordan
seat,
hates Brock.
Watching people better. Yeah, I guess that's what it is, right? No, look, like I said, I hope people understand. Again, I'll keep saying I think Brock. Like someone asked me the question the other day, right? Of like, hey, if Brock was in a different offense, would he still be this good? Like he'd still be good. He'd still be good because like there's certain things like, there's certain parts of this offense, and I'm not even saying the weapons, but like just the reads and whatnot that you have to make that accentuate what he's really good at. And so that's part of what makes him good. I said, I'm not taking that away from him again, but like I said, it's just, I'm also not going to take away from some of the other players that are on that team.
But if those players aren't on the ballot to vote, then you have to vote for Brock if you were only to vote for one on the 49ers team, right?
So that goes back to the question again that I asked from Rod from the get-go. Are you asking me my top three based off of who I think's going to be on there, or top three of who I actually think are MVP candidates?
No.
Because if you want to ask me who I think like who's going to be there,
no, I said
Dak,
if you're only going to vote for one,
it's going to be Tyreek Hill.
No, I said out of the 49ers. If you could only vote, if like out of all the 49ers, if it was down to just Brock, and they said, well, you can only consider one person from the team that's going to be on out of like all the quarterbacks. And they said, well, Brock, it's going to be between Brock, Dak, whatever. And then do you think that that Brock is going to be your guy? Is he sufficient enough for you? Because we're not putting on Trent, we're not putting on this guy, we're not putting on that guy. You're kind of down to just Brock as a candidate.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like, and I hear what you're
saying. You'd have to vote for him or Dak, or
The thing for me is like usually how things go for MVP voting, and if you're not a quarterback, you have to have like a special season to even be thought of, right? Like there's an outside chance like Tyreek Hill's going to get 2,000-yard season,
Right.
which means he's going to be on the ballot. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're asking me who I think is going to be there for top 3, like I said, it's going to be Dak, Brock, and Tyreek. And I'm not saying that in order. I'm just saying that's the 3 I think are going to be there.
I get it.
But if you're asking me of like who I actually think should be, that's where I change up my 3.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I'll put it this way too. Who knows what's going to happen? Because let's just say Lamar comes through Santa Clara on Christmas Day and goes crazy. He might be in that discussion now all of a sudden too. Like there's still like just how tight everything is. Yeah, like how tight everything is right now on both conferences. You don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it was Brock last week. It's Dak this week. Yeah. Right. Exactly. It's week to week.
Right.
And like I said, like the thing for me is like it's almost like the Jordan Travis situation, right? He finished 4th on the Heisman ballot. How do you have a dude finishing 4th on the Heisman ballot? He didn't finish the season. Oh, because you realize he's that important. Also, you're kind of playing suck up to, well, we left him out the playoffs, so we got to put him on here. But no, you realize how important he is. And that's the thing for me with Tyreek. You saw how important he was to that offense when he got hurt. His ankle got hurt in the Monday night game against Tennessee. They couldn't do anything. All of a sudden, he comes back in, still hobbled, but they get to move the ball, right, with him in there. So that's what I'm saying. Like, no, he deserves to be in that too. I get it. He's a receiver. But no, he deserves to be in that consideration and conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, I'm going to have to call it a night. It's been 2 hours.
I know.
And I'm about done here.
I got to make some food.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you to everybody that is still in the chat.
We appreciate y'all.
And
we really do. We don't make it to a year without y'all in the chat. We really don't.
You guys are the best. Exactly. Yeah. I had a blast tonight, and let's do it another year. Let's keep it rolling.
Hey, shout out to everybody out there.
Thank you, Fernando.
I'm gonna put out this real quick before we go.
Oh, my Dante Cole.
Hey, I'm trying to be out there around what is it called? Christmas time. I'm not gonna fake a front. Hey, one of these Niner fans out there, your boy trying to go to the Ravens Niners game. I'm putting it out there.
Get him a ticket.
So hit me out. Look your buddy up. Look your brother up. One of y'all got a ticket for your boy. I'm being real. I'm putting it out there.
Oh shit!
They say if you don't ask,
Gina, get him a ticket.
I might know somebody who might know somebody.
I know that person. Holler at me. Let me know.
All right. Shit.
There we go. What's I say? Everyone's doing sign language.
Look, see, Miss Debbie has a ticket for you, Rod. Miss Debbie has a ticket for you, Rod.
See? Thank you, Miss Debbie. And shout out. See, this is what I mean. The first of all, the faithful be looking out for the faithful. I appreciate that. But see, when you don't ask,
you don't receive.
I like your boy.
You the first in the second half.
I'm gonna be with Miss Debbie at the game, y'all. Holla at me. Christmas night.
Boom.
I'll be up at NBC Sports.
Ain't got good.
Oh my
Ain't
god.
got good.
Hey, you know who else is going to be there? You guys got to meet up with Trey from Barbershop Sports. He's going to the game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. Right. I thought you said Ted was going to be there, so we got to get the report of who Ted met up with.
Hey, Ted might be there too. You never know. Yo, Ted, check this out.
Shout out to Miss Debbie, though, man. Shout out to Miss Debbie.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Debbie. Yeah.
The matriarch of the faithful.
Yeah, shout out Miss Debbie.
I love that nickname.
Miss Debbie, always.
Y'all don't know how hyped I am right now. And to go to Levi's, that's your first one. And think about this. To go that year, the day, all that. Let's just say we win the championship this year. Do you know I was a part of that because I went to the game? Man, let's go, man. And it's a year anniversary show. Appreciate all y'all. Like and subscribe to us.
This is beautiful.
Holla back at y'all.
And
I'm in Arizona. So
hell
I'll
yeah.
see Miss Debbie this weekend too. Anyway, so
I look at like
we
that
are like
she
three strikes.
And
I don't know.
You dropping a mic?
I turned 49 this year, so it's the 49er year. You feel me?
I
Boom.
turned 29 this year. I don't know what that means for the Falcons because they still suck. So yeah.
Yes, I went to
Hey,
Candlestick
so are
plenty
we
of times.
three?
I did.
Are we all going to be in the same room or what? Can we all meet? And I don't mean room like that. No. I didn't.
I knew that was going to happen.
I meant, can we all take a picture? Can we all take a picture together?
Wait a minute.
Okay, this is getting out of hand. There's always a pause moment.
I knew that was going to happen. I just knew it.
I just want a picture.
All right, look, no, we all gonna link. We all gonna link up for sure when Rod's out in the bay. We all gonna link up.
Thank you, Rod. Hurry up and get your ass out here. All right, Jordan, take the thingy majiggy off. You know where it says top 3 candidates, and then I'll roll out the outro.
We out.
Muchas gracias. Happy anniversary, everybody. Good night.